I'll make a brand new document. I'm going to go to File, New, Blank File, and I'm going to make sure that I put my title and my project in there, and that will be Pattern, P-A-T-T-E-R-N. The width will be 8 inches, the height will be 6 inches, the resolution will be 300. I'll leave the color mode as RGB color and the contents white, and I will click OK. So I have my piece of paper here, and this workspace is what I refer to as my piece of paper. I want to be able to make some lines on there, and I want to make sure that they are evenly spaced. One thing that makes that really easy is to use rulers. In order to see my rulers, I go to the very top of my screen, I go to View, and all the way down where it says Rulers. Click. And then you have those numbers that pop up there. So once I've done that, I'm going to go over here to my pencil tool. I'm going to choose a pencil, and I'm going to change the size to between 15 to 25, anywhere in there. And I want to choose a pencil color. This is my color picker. So if I click on the top box, then this box pops up. Now within this box, I can change it to all sorts of different colors over here. And let's say that I want to keep it this purple color, but within this purple color, I have so many choices because look at all of these different choices. So I have to figure out what's best for me. I'm actually going to keep mine simple. I'm just going to go right here to the darkest black here, and I'm going to click on OK. So I've chosen my color. So I want to start adding some lines to create a pattern. I want to use a straight line. So if I go from the top here, I can line my mouse up to the ruler up on the top, and if I click and hold and just go drag down, then I get a line. But we're on a computer, and that should be more perfect than that. So I'm going to use my button down here that says Undo. And I'm going to try that again. Instead, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to line it up to whatever space that I want it to be lined up. Don't go all the way from the ruler part, but just somewhere in the gray area. Click, hold Shift on my keyboard, and hold my mouse straight down, and I will get a straight line. Anytime that I click my mouse and hold Shift, then I will get a perfectly straight line, even when I'm going all zigzagged all over the place. Again, click, hold Shift, and drag it straight down. So I've made a bunch of vertical lines. So I'm going to do the same thing using the same tool going the other way. I'm going to change my color just to switch it up. So I'm going to go back to my color picker over here. And this time I'm thinking about actually using one of the purples that I have seen over here. And I'm going to click on OK. And I'm going to go over here to this side. Now I've used every 2 inches for this one. And so I'm actually going to keep mine somewhat simple, and I'm going to line mine up to the ruler over here. Every time I move my mouse, I can see how my ruler kind of moves along with me. Click, hold Shift, and I can drag the line all the way across. I'm going to do the same thing one other time for another horizontal line. So there are other ways to make diagonal lines. I'm going to change my color just to switch things up, and this time I'm going to go to this hot pink looking color. And since I've chosen this area, remember I can go all over all these different areas, and every time I move my mouse you see this top box changes. So I'm going to go to this hot pink color, click OK. So now if I want to make a line that goes completely horizontal or completely vertical, then I'm going to click and drag my mouse. But this time I'm going to make it horizontal. So if I click and I hold Shift, then I unclick my mouse and go all the way to where I want the line to end, and I click again. Now I'm still holding Shift, and I'm just going to unclick my mouse and then click it again, unclick, and click it again. And so that's how I end up with lines that are diagonal. I'm going to go over here, click, hold Shift. I'm still holding my Shift key, and I'm clicking and letting go, and then clicking, letting go, and clicking. Easy, right? So I've made a pretty simple pattern here, But now it's time to start coloring in, and I know that if we were in the art room with markers and colored pencils and crayons and we'd have to color this in, it would take a long time. But this is a computer and you have Photoshop here, and this is a really quick process. So I'm going to go back to my color picker, and I can choose any colors that I want, anything that I think would be fun. I'm going to choose this bright green. I'm going to click OK, and this time I'm going to choose this bucket tool right over here. If I choose that bucket tool, I can click and click and click and click, and it's really easy to get some color in there. Then I choose a different color and click in the spaces where I want those to be in there. And I'm also going to keep things simple for this one. I'm going to use some black and white boxes right in the middle, and so I've created a pattern using my pencil tool and my bucket tool.